Smoke and sacrifice. What an ominous sounding name. But in all honesty, it couldn't be more fitting, as this game is all about the sacrifice. Be it from accidentally stubbing your toe on an explosive, to running back too soon, to an AoEing slime before the said AoE is over and done, or bumping into your overly friendly and neighborly Mr. Legless Jelly Arms, who just really wants to give you a hug. Of course, you must decline. Then there's losing your very favorite crafted equipment, as you wasted way too much of your durability aimlessly swinging at fireflies and missing horribly repeatedly, because that firefly be flying way too fast. Or you just suck at trying to catch it, which is probably that one. Oh, and then there's even losing your pinky toe and or life to the freezing death elements. Now that's a sacrifice for some mushrooms. There's a whole lot of sacrifices going on, and I'm just so early into this game. Oh, but I think I forgot one. What was it again? I can't quite put my finger on it. Oh, right! There's also that sacrificial ritual that you and every other mother from the village attend, which sacrifices your very own new firstborn child to appease the sun tree douche. Sun god. Doing this, of course, ensures that your village prospers in the future, being protected from the sun and bathing your village in light forevermore. Except for the fact that Mr. Sun God later turns out to actually just be a teleporting device that transports every family's firstborn child to a smoky ghost realm not unlike the one from Silent Hill called the Underworld, where they are raised up as slaves, mindless on the smoke fumes, brainwashed to be ever-obeying workers in some factory, or other nefarious reasons that are currently unknown to me at my current point in the story. Yeah, so this game is dark as hell. And hella interesting, I would point out, but, you know, super dark and messed up. Now, as I mentioned just prior, you sacrificed your little newborn babe called Leo to Mr. Sundouche 7 whole years after that specific event. Thanks to some mysterious things happening, you're able to start looking for him. Once making it to the other world beneath your own, called the Underworld, you meet floating ghost-like NPCs that inhabit this strange new place, and unlike the world above that you used to exist in, it's not in the slightest way safe, and therefore you will need to punch every living thing into oblivion just to get stuff done. That being said, however, don't worry, as you will be able to gain weapons in the future, each with a differing fighting style. Or at least that's what I've come to experience, which is, I will point out, pretty damn awesome, if I do say so myself. Although I will point out that durability does go down awfully fast, so mindlessly swinging at trees is probably not recommended. Probably pull out them fists. Speaking about weapons and durability, everything within this world thus far seems to be collectible, from the little sticks in the ground, or in the trees, depends on which stick you want. Fruits, moss, slime brains, gunpowder, scrap parts, and many more items are all collectible within this game. This is no doubt due to the fact that you will be crafting a lot, as there is no way to normally regen your HP. So if you get hurt, stub your toe, or just generally get smacked by a monster, you're either going to die a horrible and painful death, or you will have to heal it up with crafted HP recovery items that will require items within the world. You could, of course, opt to eating little bell herbs or raw quill pork, but it doesn't help a whole lot. It only regens a little bit. Oh, you could also eat slime brains, but that's just weird. Who does that? Okay, I may have done it that time, but I really needed HP, and I didn't have a recipe, okay? Now, my personal opinion, this did make exploring around the vast regions and or biomes within Smoke and Sacrifice ever so exhilarating, as you might actually end up dead whilst just roaming around. But yeah, let's face it, I do die way too often in games, but let's just ignore that fact for now, okay? Anyway, couple that with the fact that you actually have to go back and save at physical save points that you randomly discover, meaning you can't just randomly go running around without a care in the world and check on whether or not the water is good water or bad water and won't murder you. Like, it sounds like a silly question, guys, but I've played enough games in which the main character lacks the ability to swim and thus dies upon touching even the slightest amounts of water that I have to check this. I mean, if you take a moment to think about it, it must really suck taking showers for these characters. Like, that's a hard life to live. Either way, moral of the story here, it ain't saved till you return to a save point. Something else I observed whilst playing Smoke and Sacrifice is that the monsters within the game are, you know, a little tough, depends on what you're fighting, but weirdly enough, they actually attack each other too? I was half expecting a boss battle when I came into contact with a giant boar. Weirdly enough, he was just glowing red. I thought that's what he naturally looked like, but then I found that he was getting his ass whooped by a hornet of wasps. And I just got to swoop in at the last moment and loot his corpse. The game even thought that I killed it myself and gave me the achievement. It's hilarious. Goodbye, Miss Piggy. You'll be missed. You just gotta love it when monsters do your bidding unknowingly. But, back to some seriousness for a second, guys. I gotta go collect some berries for this wild child. He hasn't eaten in days. The Smoke people worked him to the bone and he managed to escape from their tyranny. So, I best get back to that quest, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. So good day, night, or afternoon, wherever it is where you are. And may the sun douche be with you forevermore. That being said, I'll see you in the next video. So, bye and stuff. I gotta go get berries.